Welcome back to Area DMG. I'm your host, Will Busley the Mile Out. Today we're going to play a game that was brought to us by Like Games. And what is it? It would have to be C14 Dating by Winter Wolves.
With you, I'm in a foreign land.
It's got lyrics.
Hoping I have what it takes to understand. There's a reason why we're drawn together here. Coming clear.
Okay.
Let's take things one day at a time.
That better not be copyrighted.
Out what's deep inside. Is this the way a new relationship begins? Here we are, diving in. We'll have the time of our lives. Don't pass it by. We'll have the time of our lives. Just you.
Whoa, what's that? Two different types. Alternate plot and dialogue look.
We'll have the time.
To the original. And then you start. Is this it? I glanced at the map, which highlighted road names along with a star next to my destination. After comparing, I came to the conclusion this wasn't a place, but I was close. The village, Koreans, was clustered by the Meuse River, and I paused to admire the pretty gardens surrounding the houses. I was oddly calm despite living over 5,000 miles from my Californian home. The reality of being in another country had yet to sink in. I've never understood why people thought that was something special. But I've been to a lot of other countries, so it's kind of interesting to see people who've only been in the United States go to other countries and they're like, "Oh my gosh, everything's so different here, blah, blah, blah." Well, of course it is. It's better in some ways and worse in others. There's no perfect place. Anyways, let's see here. Lieutenants, blah, blah. These are all terrible houses. They're pretty looking in a, oh, that's neat, but I wouldn't want to live there kind of way. Now, let's see here. Artwork's not too bad. Oh yeah, we're digging. This is a cave thing or something. I did try to practice my French at the ticket station until a person said he could speak English. Yeah, and here's the thing. Kind of a big tip, actually, if you're going out of the country. Speak English. In other countries, they teach English in schools. And many people in other countries are interested in practicing their English. So, unless someone tells you specifically they don't speak English, speak English. It is the closest that we have to an international language. Esperanto kind of failed. But I've also noticed in many of these countries, you can learn a couple phrases and just be good with that. Some places have like cultures that are not exactly social, so you can just kind of point at things. Like, this. You can order stuff in a restaurant by just using hand signals, like 1, 2, etc. That's why they number things. That way there's like no universal divide for it. But okay. Is this supposed to be France? Because this doesn't look like France. At least you'll be able to brush up on your French. You'll find it's not too different from Spanish. You'll catch on quickly. Okay, let me say something about this. Latin, once you learn Latin or some of Latin, you can understand and read French, Spanish, Italian, all sorts of other things. Because Latin is kind of the base for those languages. They have common ancestors. I'd grown in where my Spanish wasn't the most fluent, but I mentioned it in my interview when discussing how I would cope with staying in Belgium without knowing French. Wait, they're in Belgium and they're speaking French? You know German works there too, right? Like, literally, you can be in Belgium and be like, speak German, and it's natural. Oh well. I glanced around the tertiary. Where's Paige? Didn't she be arriving here today, or was it tomorrow? Can't be helped if it's family. It'd just be me. No! Okay, so here's the other person you're meeting. Blah, 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 blah. Heavy French accent. Oh, they must be here for some kind of dig, and this is like pre-mod housing? I mean, I've been to France. Belgium, like in and out, I think. Pretty much. But, hey, I'm looking at this, I'm like, that doesn't look like Belgian housing. But maybe I'm just thinking too much about it. Just kind of take in what this game is all about. There we go. This is housing in Europe if you're a refugee. Oh, okay, sorry. No, that's a park bench. Huh. Now, that's not true anymore with like Wi-Fi. There's a lot of, you can get pretty good coverage in most of Europe. It's because they built all these towers. Here in the United States, we have to keep our precious skyline. So we don't have as many towers. We don't have the coverage. Yeah, they're already locked. They locked up the cave. So this is a visual novel, you know, I do a lot of these, I take a look at them. I'm not going to read everything in here, but this one is about archaeology. Lectures, etc., etc. In fact, this is called C14 Dating. And for those wondering what they mean by C14, they're not talking explosives. Okay, so C14 is carbon 14. Get it? Carbon 14 dating. And it's a dating sim. And it's about archaeology students. Yeah. It means that like it's carbon 14 or radioactive isotope of carbon with atomic nucleus containing 6 protons and 8 neutrons. Jimmy Neutrons. Its presence in organic materials is the basis of radiocarbon dating, a method pioneered by Willard Libby and colleagues in 1949. In other words, we decide that the ingredients of something determine how old it is. Or rather, what we're doing is measuring the amount of carbon in it. Which is why when people criticize carbon dating, they sit there and go, yeah, okay, carbon date this banana, and it says it's 45 million years old! Science is more of an art form than an exact thing. A lot of science really is. A lot of science is more art than useful. Anyhow, blah, blah, blah. Feel free to use the indoor kitchen since there's restricted staff members. And something. Okay, is she diabetic? Oh. If at one point we're not trying to save her life by like giving her a shot, then we're back. Store the insulin bottles in the fridge. Yeah, you're supposed to store that stuff into. There's all sorts of medicine that you're supposed to store in fridges. Yeah. 4 weeks working at an archaeological site regardless of their major. Some leash are required to vote. They're like, how will this help me with my feminist studies? It will not. But it will get you used to looking at fossils. How's the jet lag? Not bad so far. A little fatigued, but nothing else. I like the character designs. They seem like that character seems, Sherry seems unnecessarily worried. Like she's in another game like Raging Loop or something. Blah, blah, blah. Review the material I've given you. Yeah, I've looked at it. Is there anything else you want to go over? Blah, blah, blah. This is my last lecture. Ooh. There are so many. What the heck? I kind of want to ask there, but I've always thought it was Neanderthal. But why is that pun? I gotta know. I gotta look this up. No. I think she's just gonna ask about like the spelling. Oh wait. The Neanderthal Valley, or the Neander Valley, is a small river of the valley of the river Dussel in the German state in North Rhine-Westphalia. Located about 12 kilometers in Dusseldorf. One of the first specimens of Homo neanderthalis in this whatever. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to ask that because it seems like a terrible thing to ask, but okay, so Neanderthal is essentially like an older descendant of man. Neanderthal is where we found him. Augustine, that was a conqueror. Field school grading system, probably pass-fail. Go over itinerary, ma'am. Inquire about calling cave. This is where we're going to, right? I don't know. Maybe I can ask different things. I'll ask. Hey, Mom, about the site again. It's famous for the discovering remains of Neanderthal dating to great. Wait, what? Cave bear. Oh. Okay, you're fired, Sherry. You're fired. No. No. Neanderthal is where we found the first Neanderthal. Sorry. I disagree. Okay. I'd like to go over the grading system one more time. Did you bring a journal? I sure did. Essentially, I'll be grading your performance both in the cave and working in the lab. Okay, she wants to know if you're able to do forensics. So in other words, she wants to know if you're good at taking notes. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, how long have I been digging here? Prior team started working on about 10 years ago, way back. Okay. You guys find any type of creatures in these or no? Yeah, you know what? Whatever, that's all. I think I'm good for now. Great, blah, 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 blah. We're here to activity outside. Here come the other students. I think these are the romanceable ones. Are they? 30 faces. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Oh. Study, browse internet, inquire, game. Obviously that socialize, play catch. Stress. Empathy. We're just gonna play game. Then do study. And then do socialize. Now let's do browse internet, study, socialize, and do socialize, play catch, study, then game, inquire, study. Game. Dance. Explore town. Cool, let's do it. Now we've set our itinerary, let's do this. Blar, 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 blar. I'm trying to see if I can get to one of the mini games. but maybe we won't be able to before the end of the video. How far are we in? We're about 15 minutes in. Wet screening. HTML save into. Stay focused. Huh. Ooh. Oh, by the way, in case people are wondering, stalactites and stalagmites, you can tell where they are located. Stalactites are on the ceiling, stalagmites are on the ground. Get it? G for ground, C for ceiling. Easy enough. Deep brush. You'll be digging here. It's 125,000-year-old layer. Very same one where they discovered the Neanderthal Mandible. That's one thing I love about this stuff, is they find a tooth, and then maybe a couple beats of a femur or a shin, and they reconstruct an entire human out of it. Or an entire Neanderthal. Because technically Neanderthals aren't human type. They're kind of, but not really. Remember, they're supposed to be ancestors or whatnot. If my science is bad here, just feel free to correct me in the comments below. And speaking of comments below, let me know in the comment below what you think of this game. Hit that thumbs up, share button, the subscribe button, and ring the little bell so you're notified whenever we have a brand new video here on Area DMG. If this kind of dating sim seems to have sparked, or it's something you dig, yeah, if this is something you dig, we haven't hit the mini games yet. Those mini games better be related to digging. So it's really more or less like, what do you think of the story? But yeah, hit that bell so you're notified whenever there's brand new videos here on Area DMG. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and just give this a. I'm kind of a little tired. I'm gonna go ahead and just stop it right out here. If so far what you've seen is enough to make you kind of interested in getting into this game, let me know in the comment below. And until next video comes out, you are now caught up.
Morning, Maya.